Alright, it's Emilio here, and with me I have Nick, and we're here to talk about Power Rangers Megaforce.
Woo!
Don't do the woohoo.
Why can't I do the woohoo?
You can't do the woohoo on this.
Why?
Titty scoop.
But
regardless, let's go ahead and touch on the first thing. We will never, ever get our old Power Rangers back. We will never see them fight out of the Power Ranger suits, and it's still disappointing to this very day.
I still have hope, so whatever. Your belief is your belief, but whatever. I can crush my dreams. It doesn't matter.
Come on, just face it. You know, they don't want to risk violence with kids.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
All right, so I just want to touch on...
That was Disney, though. I want to stress that was Disney. So
true.
Disney doesn't have it anymore, so your argument is invalid.
Oh yeah, we'll see how there's still 12 more episodes to go. But to go ahead and touch on the first thing, this is the 20th anniversary for Power Rangers, and it does kind of go back towards the first season. They do mention Zordon, and as Nick said on his channel, the first episode was word for word, right?
Yeah, almost word for word. Every scene, almost every scene is like word for word from the original show. Like when they arrive in the command center, everything that they say is like taken from some aspect of the first episode of Mighty Morphin.
Yeah, not to mention we get a second kind of looking alpha dude too.
Yeah, Tensu. He's a little rover thing, which is weird.
All right.
It's he might be annoying a bit, but
he's not in there enough.
No, he's not in there enough to be in it. Which I'm to be honest, I'm a little disappointed with, but whatever. Computer generated things are more expensive to do, I guess.
Let's go ahead and talk about the suits in general. I personally think they're kind of a little funky, but it's not as bad as other ones I've seen.
Well, yeah, these are my favorite. I mean, I don't care what anybody else says. My brother said that they look like band uniforms, and now I can't see them other than that. But I like the way they look because it's something different. We don't usually get a lot of Ranger suits with the white in balance with the actual colors, so it's good that that's happening.
Alright, and then second thing I want to go through is the Morphers. Okay, I'm going to say it straight out. I hate them. There's no way to conceal them. Yeah. If someone were to just look at it, they'd be, what the fuck is that? It's like carrying, it's carrying around saying, I am a Power Ranger.
They're like two sizes of your hand.
I'm pretty sure if I stuck it next to my face, I need the whole thing would probably be bigger than my face.
Yeah. And it's weird because they always take the morphers from the Sentai, always. I don't know why they do that, but I guess it's easier to do footage that way.
Well, easier budget,
Probably, but I mean, still they're like huge. Like the Rangers have to keep them in their lockers to keep them concealed. They can't even have them on them, like the original team did.
You know when I look at the episodes and then suddenly they pull it out, I'm wondering, do they pull it out of their ass or something? I mean, they don't have a bag on them at all when they pull it out sometimes, and it's just there. How can you not see it on them in any sort of way? Like with Mystic Force, it was a cell phone, it was concealable. No one would notice unless they fucking morphed.
Until they fold it out and they would look all weird.
Exactly. Yeah. That was concealable. The original Power Rangers, concealable.
Because they were small, yeah.
I mean, this one...
They're huge, and also they're really complicated. Because I kept trying to understand how they worked, and you got to open this thing, and then you got to hold out the card, and then you got to put the card in, and then you got to close it. Imagine if every time the original team morphed, they had to take out the morpher before they put the coin in, and then they did it.
And then
that's a waste of time.
Yeah. I can imagine I think sometimes they're just standing. The monsters are standing there what are they doing?
They're dramatically posing, I guess. I mean, it gets so easy to just go and then hit them and.
I'm pretty sure the monsters could kick them in mid putting the card in, and then that'd be it.
Yeah, it's just weird. I mean,
it would be better if they could, like I said, fight as humans as they morph.
Okay, but they can't do that because they gotta do the pose. They gotta hold out the thing and all that.
I mean, again,
it's not like the original Power Rangers
because
because it was so easy, voice activated. That's all you had to do. Hold it out and say it. That was all you got.
I mean, plenty of Power Rangers have done it before as they're being attacked, morph right there and not have to do this whole sequence. No, so far every episode,
almost everyone. I think even Samurai did it.
Yeah, Samurai did it too.
Where they were like fighting and then they were able.
Yeah, they were running. They did the sign and jumped through it.
It was awesome. And I thought that they were going to go back to that, but apparently not because they got to do the whole thing. And I guess when we get to the next season, it'll be even worse. But whatever.
Is it sad to say I just want a Power Ranger season that goes back to the first one that has 6 seasons to it and it's the same cast through that?
That's what I thought was going to happen with the whole Samurai thing, but I guess it's better to do team ups if you change the teams.
I that's just my dream. I want to see that again.
But again, that's a rare occurrence because they had 3 seasons where they didn't change costume because it was so popular, and then they moved on with it.
All right. The 6th Ranger in the team, I felt that was too early.
Yeah, but again, limited by Sentai footage, I guess. I'm gonna assume that that's what happened because he comes in with the 8th episode.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that was unexpectedly early.
Yeah, and even then, he wasn't even needed in the episode. The episode that he shows up in, he goes halfway through the episode before he's like, oh, by the way, I was here the whole time, and we're like, where were you, man?
It's like he's like, hey, I'm Robo Knight. I'm gonna go. Have fun.
I do like the way he looks, though. It's really cool that he gets a morphing sequence, even though he's a robot, which is kind of weird.
I believe you said though in the first episode that he showed you didn't really like the episode that much.
No, I don't like the episode because it's because it was weird. They show up, they fight, they show up face to face with the monster, and then they're like, "Yeah, you polluted the earth." They're like, "Well, we're sorry, we didn't know it was polluted. Well, now I'm gonna hurt you for it. Okay, come on." Then the other bad guys show up, and they're like, "Yeah, you polluted the earth. Well, we didn't know it was polluted. We were just telling this guy. Oh, well, you know what? You created us, and now that you're not treating the earth right, we're gonna go." I was like, "Just hit somebody, man. We don't need to have this argument 2 times with 3 other different characters. This is so fucking pointless. Just hit someone." Okay, even then, the episode after has everything that I think episode 9 had everything that I think episode 8 should have had. Everything that I mentioned is wrong with Robo Knight's introduction is in the episode that follows.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
That was really weird, and then he was showing compassion at the same time, and
well, not really, but
it looked like that's what they were trying to show, that he had some sort of sense of heart still in there.
Yeah.
With this season, I just feel that they're hitting you with everything all in one push as much as they can to get ready for the big fight.
Probably, but they space out the dream sequences, I think, pretty well. They're not showing them every episode.
Let's go to that dream sequence. The Red Ranger usually almost in every episode has a dream sequence with every Ranger fighting in this big, huge fight.
By the way, can I say that when that happened in the first episode, I was really pissed? Because all of a sudden, the episode opens, and all of a sudden, everything is fighting, things are exploding, people are shooting fire, it's awesome. And then all of a sudden, it's like, wake up, kid, dream. It's like, what?
it's just a tease.
I know, but really, in the first episode, you want to tease me? Fine then.
It's not unusual though.
But
the Red Ranger has the dream sequence every moment. Almost every episode about.
Yeah, almost every episode.
About this great big war, and one of the things I told Nick at first is hey, I'm the Red Ranger, but I'm not going to say anything about these dreams until... What, episode 7?
Until episode 9. Episode 9. When Robo Knight shows up, he's like, oh, by the way, I've been having these weird dreams, and, that guy that we just met, he's also in them.
Oh, yeah.
You guys should know.
I knew
what's happening. And the excuse that they give were that they were too fuzzy, but hell, I saw it clearly, so.
Right? That was kind of what the hell? Try to make it fuzzy for the viewers then,
Yeah.
When have them
actually unmask and then blurry. Like, that would be cool.
I mean, it's like, hey, I knew we were Rangers before we were Rangers.
Just so you know, there's actually a meme that I saw on the internet that I actually used in one of my videos that said, like, why do you keep having these weird dreams? It's almost like I'm a plot device and not an actual character.
Oh, yeah, I saw you post that.
Oh, I thought that was great.
And this goes back to another thing. I just like to comment on this because it's so unreal to me. Here's the new guy going into school, and suddenly he's the leader, and nobody's gonna question it. Like,
no.
We don't know who you are, but okay, we'll go with it. I mean, who cares?
That's a little shaky, especially when coming off a samurai where they were like born and bred to have the Red Ranger be the leader.
Yeah, exactly. So, but at least they had the intent to follow somebody. That wasn't.
They were incredibly loyal to the Red Ranger in that season.
I mean, you could also go to Mystic Force, the new guy, but
they did the same thing though, where he just kind of rolls right into town, and then all of a sudden he's a ranger.
But he didn't accept it as fast, and they did question it later on a little bit. Not as much as I wish they should have, but they did.
But they do, yeah.
I mean, with this, they're in high school. When I was in high school, if nobody knew you, you were just kind of like, who the fuck is this guy? He looks weird.
Yeah, I mean, in the original show, like, at least you saw that Jason had the capacity to be a leader. He taught his own class at the juice bar, so obviously he would be the more experienced to be like, okay, this is what we need to do. So they would obviously follow him.
Right. It's just so weird. And then I did notice something that I did enjoy about the first episode is that when they did get into the fight, the people who don't normally fight, like the geeky guy, the Blue Ranger, and whatnot, he didn't spring into action. He was running and
they're literally. It's a callback moment for the first season.
Right, and so
like I like the fact that he just he turns around, his laptop is the thing that hits the creature behind him.
Yeah, that's what I like. That's good. That's what I want to see. That's what I could actually see happening.
Yeah,
but that's just Power Rangers for you, though. You can't do too much with it. You wish it would go back to this season or that season, but you get what you get.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And then let's not forget the filler episodes. We've got, the toxic one. I don't even know if we're going to ever see those characters again.
I certainly hope not. I don't like them.
And then we got the bullying episode, the
bullying episode was kind of weird because it's where one of the generals dies.
Yeah, I was like...
And I was so freaked out because I didn't think they were going to go for it, especially since, again, like you said, it was too early. Because think about everything that happened last season, they did almost timed perfectly with the whole thing with the Decker thing and the evil, I'm going to have a duel with you, but we're not going to have it right away. And they build up to it, and then they fight, and then he comes back, and then they fight again. It's just
this whole season, I felt no buildup has happened at all.
Yeah,
everything, like I said, is just being thrown at you until you get sick of it eventually. And I'm surprised no one has commented on this at all yet. For Power Rangers, if this is just a one-season thing, it's gonna hit you fast. But I mean, this season, it's just like I'm gonna stuff it down your throat kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just too much for
too much too fast.
Yeah,
because you need to get used to things before things start changing. And
I mean, you got Creepox that was the general, right?
Yeah, Creepox was the general, and literally in the second episode, they set up the fact that he's gonna fight with Troy and
that was an okay build up. We can even build up more to that.
Yeah, the Creepox second episode, he's like, I'm gonna fight with you, and then I think it was the fourth episode where they actually have their first duel. And Creepox, he kicks his ass, man.
Yeah,
he's throwing him through walls.
Yeah, I'm surprised. And then suddenly this next episode,
and then what was it?
2 episodes later.
3 episodes later, they fight again, and
Red Ranger
he beats him down so many times, causing him to demorph twice, which realistically he wouldn't be able to do it again after 2 times being powered down.
I mean, the third one was kind of pushing it. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a third. I don't think has this season ever done 3 remorphs in one episode?
I don't think so.
Again, everything pushed in you at once.
Yeah.